driving. Hope comes and stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Hello, good afternoon. I am done sharing. Ed Krolczyk is the lead singer of Live. And at one point, he went solo. And my wife and I flew out to St. Louis, saw him. I got real drunk, but I got to meet Ed. I want to do it again because I was drunk and I just, I was drunk. I'd like to have another chance at it. Did meet my other favorite singer, J.R. Richards. He was the lead singer in Dishwalla. And Dishwalla was all I listened to the first year of my sobriety. I didn't venture out much more than that because I use music a lot for hope and my feelings and things like that. And I couldn't find my 1-year chip, so I gave my 2-year chip. And this was I had about 4 years of sobriety. I still was dealing with a lot of PTSD. I couldn't stick around for the concert, but I went and did my meet and greet. He said, "This is yours." And I said, "You know what? I just want to show my appreciation. I've got other chips. Don't worry about it." So, yep. So, appeasing others can be very dangerous, and it's happening more and more and more. Welcome to the Daily Trudge. The third one today. And I've had 2 therapy sessions. Guess what? I have ADHD, but we knew that. So, but now it's diagnosed. If you're here, please say hello. Amber, good to see you. I thought you might be in the meeting. You've probably noticed that I'm probably only going to go to that meeting once a week now. So, because everything going on, and I don't need to explain it to Amber. She knows what's going on as we talk. So, what is appeasing other people? I'm going to get to that part, right? So, a lot of times have you ever agreed with somebody because you just didn't want to fucking argue with them? That's appeasing. Wanting to change the verbiage in the big book. That's appeasing. We don't do that stuff here. Okay. And this, I'm going to tell you why this came up too. It's because Saturday night, I always have drinking dreams, so blah, blah. But in this dream, everybody that's usually in my nightmare was there, right? But I was getting along with them, right? I remember my brother was like, he was going water skiing for some reason. I don't know why. Weird shit happens in my dreams. But I woke up and I was pissed. I was pissed because I was appeasing these people in my dreams just to settle it, just so I didn't have to fucking hear about it anymore. And that made me angrier than my regular nightmares, okay? Because that's not me. I felt like a fraud. See, when I have my other nightmares, my anger comes out. I don't feel like a fraud. And that's the scary part. So, right? How else did I make other people appease me? Well, a lot of it was around my emotions. Hey, I have PTSD, So therefore, you must do this. That doesn't, now that you know what you know, how that doesn't feel right, does it? If you asked your tummy about that situation, I bet it would get the same response that I get. Icky, icky, right? So, we try and meet people where they are at. We do. Okay. That's the theme of AA. We meet others where they're at because we can. Okay. But AA in the world is not going to change because of you. I'm sorry that you wanted to be called a certain thing, but I'm not memorizing 7.5 billion people and how they want to be spoken to. This comes down to maturity. It does. It comes down to maturity. I saw a young lady the other day saying, "Oh, you're going to try and draft women. Well, you're going to get a different." This girl has no idea because somebody has appeased her all of her life. Gen X is great at this. You know what we did? Instead of spending time with our kids, we let them go ahead and start to get on social media and these other things. We set a standard there. It's turned into bad news, is what it's gotten. I was just talking with my therapist, and I was telling her about how all of our meetings are going to be hybrid. And I thought about that, and I'm like, no, we can't have the Alateen meeting hybrid. And Al-Anon gets to make their own choice. Okay. So guess what? Dion doesn't get to decide that. I don't get to decide that to appease me. No, those groups are valuable and they're run a certain way. In fact, they would probably tell me, no, Dion, we don't do that on Zoom. I bet they do. Alateen almost died. They almost got, because of, here's the thing. All right. I do not want men running Alateen meetings. I don't. I trust the women more. Sorry, but I do. And we're here to protect. Right? Yes. Yes. Why? Because I know how men think. Okay. And it's stupid sometimes. It's survival crap. And some of us can't get over that. And my anxiety, my depression, my this, my that. And, I've got this and I've got that. So therefore, you must treat me a certain way. And that's not conducive. We can't do that. Okay. I can agree with the fact if you were born a man but feel like a woman. I can agree with you on that. Don't feel like you're that person. But I'm not going to, okay, go out of my way to appease you. I will let you be who you are. Okay. I will. So when I talk about this, I really need to look at myself first, right? Okay. Well, do I see other people appeasing? Yes, I do. Am I doing it? I know I'm not. I'm not. I've had to find even harder boundaries this weekend, and it kind of sucked. But I'm just not going to let people walk all over me. No, we're done. Okay. Because I found when it comes to the podcast, if you don't have skin in the game, you don't really do it. Okay. So, no, there is no more free. Been doing it free for 4 years, no more. All right. But my podcast, I'm talking about the extra stuff Trudging Together does. Like the Colorado, the Coalition for Adams County, they pay me to go to their meetings and give my experience, since I don't have the letters after my name. That was fun. Hey. So let's look up the meaning here. Just real quick, I pulled it up and nope, I'm not in the meeting. I haven't been since last Thursday. I've been hitting I've needed different meetings. It wasn't really the group. See, I get to a point with sometimes with groups where it's just time for me to move on. Okay. It's just time for me to move on. It's just my friends here, so I can say this. I go to a lot of meetings where people are like, "Can you please come back? We could really use you here." I know, but you are not out of reach of what I do. So my answer in so many words is get your own. Get your own, man. What does it mean to appease someone? To make someone pleased or less angry by giving or saying something they desired. They appease the dictator by accepting his demands in an effort to avoid war. Efforts to appease, pacify, placate. These are dangerous things in recovery, right? Okay. What's the first appeasement? Get out of here. You're 3 o'clock. You're 34 minutes late. Love you. What's the first thing this is what I usually see? A newcomer comes in. It's going to be okay. You're going to be all right. Well, you'll get through. No, that's appeasement. It's not okay. That's where we're different. See, everybody else is appeasing them. They know this. Okay. But when they meet somebody armed with their own facts, there's nothing they can do. There's nothing they can do except either walk away or agree. Right? And that's why we're different. See, the doctor and everybody else are going to plead. They're going to appease you. Oh, you need this in order to get it? Okay. Us? What are you fucking talking about? You don't need anything to get sober. What are you talking about? No. See? See the difference. Okay? One's true, one is not. Period. Because that is our experience. Okay? And our experience is going to far outweigh any book you've ever read. I can tell you that. But when you get somebody who has done the work and does this fully and is educated, you're unstoppable, man. Yeah. You know, I don't come on here talking bullcrap. And if I do say something wrong, I'm going to fix it. Okay? Because there's nothing worse in recovery than misinformation. Misinformation. There's already enough of it going on. Okay. So, when, here's a great example. When they were last summer, what they were trying to do was they were trying to make Mile High and Pepsi Center, pretty much everywhere that holds events. And you're required to hold aside like 7% for people in recovery. And I called bullshit. That is appeasement. There was a group of people in recovery, sober as fucking entertainment, right there. And you're literally going to name your company with the word fuck in it. And this is unthinking to me. Okay? That's just unthinking. Sure, it's funny at first, but this is a pretty fucking serious disease. So they wanted that to pass. Why did they want that to pass? Because then they get more money. I'm like, what are you talking about? You're not even in recovery if you're asking for that. We do not ask for anything special. That actually goes against our traditions. Okay? Now, granted, AA is not recovery. AA is AA. Okay? But then when we start expecting places to appease us, then we become unaccountable. And when that happens, we drink. Yeah. And multitasking, good shit. Okay. And I'm glad it didn't pass. I voted it down. Okay. No, we don't get special circumstances because we're alcoholic. We're better than that. No. Did you know if you get enough people, you can buy in bulk? Oh, but that's for everyone. No. Okay. You already got a 30-day treatment. You got to go on vacation for a fucking month. So come on. Come on. If we're going to appease anybody, let's go appease the people that took care of us while we were fucking around. if you're gonna appease, right? Oh, we got to change. We got to get past that. Appeasing is being totally unique. Have you ever heard somebody in a meeting? Oh, I've got a sponsor. I've done the work, but yet they dump. That's all they ever do. What does that tell you? No, they don't have a sponsor. They're appeasing you so that you like them. And that's the only reason. Yeah. So stop it, man. Let's just stop appeasing people. My pronouns are fuck you. So how about that? Not really. I'm not angry about it, but you can't expect other people to bend to your will on a whim. Okay. I just, no, I won't go for it. Right? Something in my stomach says that's a horrible thing. Okay. Now imagine you came into AA and they pat you on the head like a little fucking baby. You're just okay. Oh yeah. Or just don't talk or show their face. Yeah. They'll hide. It's so easy to hide in Zoom. Okay. It is. It's easy to hide on Zoom. That's why they're there. Okay. They're not going to go to live meetings. Okay. Because there's a lot of people in live meetings, and here we go, Gen X again. I'm sorry. I talk shit to people's face. I don't know. I might say something, things like that, but if I got something to say, I'm going to say it to your face. Okay. And I started doing that when I was 14 because alcohol gave me a little bit of liquid courage. But I found out that most people just back down. Most. I do a little bit of running. I wasn't very big. Would have pounded me. But I was quick-witted and I was a fast runner. So then I figured out, watch what shit you say to people. I figured that out. Why? Because I said the wrong thing and got fucking punched. Okay. I feel like a lot of this has to do with emotional sobriety. Right. The 6th and 7th step they're about emotional sobriety, and that is just about taking responsibility not for your own actions but for your feelings. Once you can take responsibility for your feelings wholly, you're not going to need to be appeased anymore because you'll have everything that you need. Okay. And I get what we're doing because I'm like everybody else. I want to be liked among my peers. Sure, I do. I don't care what people think. Bullshit to everybody, including me. I've said it too. I don't care what nobody thinks about me. Them motherfuckers. Oh, God, I thought you didn't care. I love this one. I don't have any resentments. That's what I love. People, they say that, they have the longest list, right? I have one guy, he's like 17. I'm like, I got 52. Okay. But he's a lot younger than me. Okay. Different life. It's okay. Right? So when we don't appease people and we let them be who they are, they can start to heal. When we appease other people, we are keeping them down. It is a form of manipulation, and we all know it. We all know it. Who else do we appease? Toddlers. Oh, but that's much different than being an adult, right? But we do it, okay? But depending on how you parent, it may not be appeasement. It may be like, well, if you settle down for 10 minutes, you can have that cookie. It was easy for me. What? I never had to spank my kids. They always listened when I was around. So, all right, that's what I got on appeasing. So I gotta go start my prep. So I'm on a 2-day prep. So be easy with me over the next 2 days. Because I'm not allowed to eat again. Yeah. Of course, now that I can't eat, I'm hungry. You know how it works. Kind of like when you get handcuffed, you have an itch on your nose immediately. Not everybody knows that. Oh, okay. All right. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I think I've used most of my energy for the day. So, thank you. I love you. Peace out. And have a day.